Shanghai is the third largest city in the world after Tokyo and Delhi, and the most populous urban area in China. On Friday, October 25th, we flew on China Eastern from Xi'an to Shanghai, about a 2 hour flight. We were driven to our hotel, Sunrise on the Bund. The hotel is close to the river. We had a spacious corner room on the 16th floor with a view of the many tall buildings and the ever present construction sites. Next day, our first stop was Yuyuan Garden and Bazaar. The garden was a private one built by the governor of Shanghai for his parents in 1549, over 400 years ago. The garden is adjacent to a large shopping area. We were met at the airport by our guide, Chris. He's the youngest of the guides, probably in his early 20s. Right away, he let us know he's a major Swiftie and recently flew to Singapore to attend two of Taylor Swift's concerts. We took a rest stop for tea and were introduced to Dragon Will tea, something our guide's father drinks every day. From the garden, we went to the French concession. This area was given to France in 1849 at the beginning of what the Chinese call the Century of Humiliation, when foreign powers dominated China. It's now an area of fine houses and shopping. We then had an excellent lunch at a mall restaurant before heading to the Shanghai Museum. By this time, we were getting very tired, and after an hour or so, contacted Chris to say we were ready to go. We met Chris at 9:30 and drove out to Zhujiajiao, known as the Water Town or the Venice of China. It's a very pretty area with a canal. Boats that are a bit like gondolas take tourists up and down. Among the many shops, we also visited perhaps the most beautiful garden of the trip. It was also privately owned. The smaller size makes it easier to comprehend the impressive design of the garden. Chris suggested we go back to the city for lunch. We returned to the same mall and ate at a restaurant that had seating and boats. From there, we went to the Old City shopping area where Sarah bought a silk jacket. Back to the shopping area where Sarah bought some gifts. It was our first sunny, nice day in Shanghai. We ate in a food court where it was a little confusing but turned out delicious. From there, we headed to Shanghai Tower. The tallest building in Shanghai has an observation deck on the 118th floor. We took the high speed elevator. I had a little trepidation about going up 118 floors in 70 seconds, but it was an incredible experience. You had no sensation of speed or motion. It was the smoothest elevator ride I've ever had. When you get off the elevator, the view is spectacular, a 360-degree view of the city. We thought we might be seeing all the way to the ocean. We were so lucky to have this sunny day. We took the subway to the M50 Art District. There are lots of different galleries here and many types of art. We had a nice lunch at a Philippine restaurant. From there, we took the subway to the Jing'an Temple area. This is the site of the Golden Temple, and it sits in the middle of a lot of high end shopping. There was some controversy when the shopping area was built, as many people felt it diminished the beauty of the temple. We did find an interesting Nescafe coffee shop, very high end, that served pour over coffee in little tiny cups. One of Sarah's favorite buildings. These are meeting room pods. We also saw some very funny English translations on signage. Now we say goodbye to China and on to Japan.